YouTube channel. It has been over 2 years since I've done a video, and right now I am 7 weeks out from my first show of the season 2022, and thought it was a great idea to start documenting my progress again. Come here, Ricky. Oh, this is Ricky. Come on. All right, so in the past, the last time I competed was August 2020, and since then I have gained 20 to 25 pounds on purpose, built up my strength, built some muscle, because the last pictures just showed that I was like really stringy. I needed to build a lot more muscle in my glutes, especially. I was super lean, super low weight, but my glutes weren't popping out, so that was one goal that I had for myself. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach myself, so I decided to take control of my own training programming, and that was the best decision that I ever could have done. Ricky, because I know my body best, and I have that discipline when I get to the gym to actually get done what I have written on a piece of paper. And I'm really happy with the results. So I've done 3 full preps in the past, 2 in Australia, 1 in America, and I've competed in 7 shows. And this prep so far, I've had it the most together. I think in the past I felt very overwhelmed pretty quickly about all of the activity, the cardio, the training, and then all of the nutrition, and the feelings that I would feel. I get really cold and obviously really hungry. That's part of the game. But this year, I think because I do own my own business, I only have to report to myself. Because my business is now more established, I have a more calm outlook. I have time for everything, and if I don't, I can always make time because there's nobody that I report to for a certain quota of sessions per week or anything like that. And it's just been really good. However, because I decided to put on a lot more muscle, I gained a lot of body fat along with it, of course. So I got up to 142, which was my heaviest weight ever, and my stage weight before was 118. So I think I'm not going to be getting to 118 this year, just because I've put on some muscle. I've also had gotten implants, so that's all going to add a little bit to my final weight. However, I still have a lot to go. This morning I weighed in at 127.6. So I would say probably between 5 and 7 pounds before like the carb up of peak week is kind of what I'm aiming for, and I have 7 weeks to do it. So the pressure is on. Ideally, I would like to be ready at least 2 weeks early. So that just means these next couple weeks I really have to push. So I'll just take you along my day. Today's Easter, so it's gonna be a really fun day. I just got up, took the dogs for a 20-minute walk, did 20 minutes of cardio on my elliptical, and now I'm gonna head to the gym. So I have my glutes day, which I focus my main lift on heavy barbell deadlift, and then I have a drop set of hip thrust as my second exercise. So I'm always quite a bit nervous to go into the gym today because it's always super hard. But I'm excited, and then after that I'll just do the rest of my cardio and then head over to my mom's house for Easter Sunday. So I make my own, oh gosh. Okay, so I make my own pre-workout because I don't like to include caffeine in it, and I like to know exactly what is going in it. I've just made a humongous mess. That's all right. So I'm going to drink this, head off to the gym, and show you a bit of my Sunday deadlift and glute session, my favorite day of the week. I always make sure to do it on Sundays because I don't have a time limit. I can spend an hour and a half, 2 hours if I want. However, I usually just get it done in 60 minutes anyway. So here we go. The phase of training I'm in right now is straight hypertrophy. I'm not doing anything lower than 8 reps because I don't want to get injured before my show, because that could be very detrimental. So this first exercise is my favorite exercise of all time. I've been working on my Romanian deadlift strength for ever. And this is 225 for 8 to 10 reps. And I'd go ahead and do 4 sets.
Next, I go into a rest pause set on the Smith machine hip thrust. So what I do is I load up the bar where I can get between 15 and 25 reps on that first round. Then I'll rest, take 3 breaths, go again, rest, take 3 breaths, go again, and I'll just count all my total reps. And week to week, I'll either try to add a little bit of weight or go up in reps. It is brutal and your glutes are screaming at the end of this. Next, I have 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps on the Smith machine squat. Now, squats are not an exercise that comes easy to me. They're very challenging for me to do this movement. So that's kind of why I put it third in my program. I still want to practice and make sure I don't lose the capability of doing this movement. However, I don't necessarily overload this. I more just do it for technique and continuing to practice my form up. Now getting to my accessory exercises, seated hamstring curl, I just do 3 sets of 20 and I superset it with the glute kickback. This glute kickback machine, and alter it slightly where my torso is more parallel to the ground and then I turn my toe out a little bit. I can just feel it a lot more, so that's how I do it.
Okay, so this is going to make 12 egg muffins, and a serving is 4 of them. So I really like having this because it's a big volume food. Oh shoot. Okay, so I only have 2 eggs left. I should have had 3. So basically I'm going to put in both of these eggs, 210 grams of egg whites. So that's 70 grams per serving. Then 200 grams of asparagus that I'm just gonna chop up really small. Seasonings, oregano, garlic salt, red pepper flakes, paprika, and just whisk it all together. This is the secret weapon. You just add a little circle. $20 grams of oats plus 100 grams of blueberries, a little bit of blueberry cheesecake protein powder, and then these didn't come out perfect, but they'll still taste good. Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 20th. I just got done with my first client and then I had a little bit of a break. So I did some interval running in between, 30 minutes. And so I have 30 minutes left cardio today. Today's a rest day. So I'm going to, after all my clients are done, I'm going just to take the dogs for a walk, possibly go to the sauna, just try to de-stress and let my body relax, because we are less than 7 weeks out and my weight has stayed the same for about a month. So I'm really lucky to have access to an in-body scanner at the gym I work out of. So I'll just kind of show you what we got going on here. My first weigh-in was a year ago, April 21, and my weight, it went up and then I've started cutting. And so I think the highest that this scale tracked it at was 139, and then today 129. It's different than my numbers at home, but basically we're looking at the muscle mass holding or even going up, and then body fat mass going down. So things are looking good, but I need things to move a little bit faster in order to be ready on time. So it is go time. I am pushing every cardio session, making sure my food is on point, and gonna get this done. So speaking of food, I wanted to show you what I've been eating for breakfast. Because my calories are super low, I've had to like make some adjustments, but I still like to eat at least 4 times a day because I like to have a decent sized protein bolus at each meal. And my protein target is 130. So I usually have protein powder, blueberries, and oats, but now I just have blueberries and half a scoop of protein powder. And I like to cook that on the stove before I leave. I make these egg muffin things. They look really good. They're not. But the good thing is with these egg muffins is that you can put kind of whatever you need into them. There's like really no recipe that I found. It seems to always work. So there's 4 here. All this is 1 whole egg and then 100 grams of liquid egg whites with some probably like 75 grams of asparagus and then a handful of spinach mixed together with salt and pepper and paprika and garlic powder. And then I also just put a little bit of that truffle salt right on top because that is fire. So I'll have this after my next client around 9 o'clock. Back from the sauna, it's like 5:10 p.m. and as much as I would just like to relax, maybe wash my hair, watch some TV, or even just look up some stuff on my computer, unfortunately today is a bit light on steps. I've only gotten 6,057 and I am aiming for 10,000 right now outside of my cardio. So I've done that 35 minutes of running, 25 minutes on the elliptical. My dogs are going nuts. So anyways, my dogs are going to be happy we're going for a walk. So here we go. Here's Ricky. Ruckus. Come on, honey. Super excited to be outside. I'm grateful for a lot of things right now. First is that I have a flexible schedule. I used to work in advertising for like 8 years where, you know, you show up at 9 and you're not done until like, I don't know, never. It was almost like a competition who could work the longest. And I always was just like, oh, if I could just get up early and get done early, my life would be so much better because I I'm best right first thing in the morning. And now I'm living a job where I'm helping people every day and I get to start at 5 a.m. most days. I'm not done until kind of late, but I do have a big chunk of the day to myself where I get my own training done, all my computer work and everything like that. And just really grateful for the flexibility and the freedom to be able to do the things that I want to do on my own time schedule. Also really grateful that it's not snowing. It snowed yesterday, April 19th. Today's about 50 degrees and I'm not freezing, not having to wear gloves and a hat on this walk. And grateful that I'm going to go home and have a nice, delicious dinner. Dinner tonight is going to be some lettuce, a serving of feta cheese. I've air fried 100 grams of potatoes, got some shrimp, and then boiling off some green beans. I'm probably just going to add in some of this dressing. It's some of my favorite, along with some of the truffle hot sauce. It's going to be delish. Okay, and then dessert, we got some yogurt. I like the light and fit kind, and some frozen blueberries, some walnuts, and just throwing in a bit of sprinkles just for a little bit of fun. that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along with my journey, I plan to send out these videos every single week. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an update. And I'd love it if you could leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you're going through a comp prep right now. I'd love to connect. All right, see you guys next time.